This is
Michelle,
and we're with ARMLS, and we're here to talk to you today about subscriptions and portals. Do we use them? Do we know what they are? That was the question.
crickets.
Crickets? No idea? Alright, well let's start there. So, subscription and portal, two separate things, two ways that the system will help you communicate with your clients. Important, right? Very important. So, start with the subscription. Anyone subscribe to anything? Yeah, what do you subscribe to?
Tons of different websites.
Tons of different websites.
Newsletters. And
Yep, Amazon Prime. We all subscribe to Amazon Prime, right? It's a big one. So the nature of a subscription is it's something that you get periodically, right? You could subscribe to a magazine. You could subscribe to, they have like boxes that send you clothes, right? Like different outfits, and then you can pick what you want and send them back. So the nature of a subscription is it's something that you get periodically, right? In our case, properties, right? Your client wants to see new properties and price changes that come on the market to things that they want, right? Like, you might subscribe to Men's Health magazine, but you probably don't, right? That doesn't make any sense. So we don't want to send our clients who, let's say their max budget is $400,000, we don't want to send them $1 million properties. That's silly, right? They're going to be like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Why is he sending me this stuff? Clear so far, right? So what a subscription is going to do is going to email your client properties, new properties, just new properties and changed properties that are on the market, okay? And how does the subscription know what to send? You guys have set up a search, right, with the criteria your client wants, right? So they want a max price $400,000. They've got to have 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. They don't want a swimming pool. They want to make sure their lot is X size big and what have you. Follow? Okay? So that's the first thing. That's the subscription. A portal is a separate thing. So there's a subscription and there's a portal, but they do work together. So a portal, and anyone have kids in here that go to school? Do you have a portal to your child's school? So there's a couple of things. So your clients, up until 2 months ago, had no ability to search the MLS on their own, unless you paid extra for the IDX. Does anyone use IDX? Does anyone know what that is? IDX is, you have an IDX on your, yeah. So you can have your own website and have an IDX, which is called Internet Data Exchange. And what that does is it's like, here's my website, here's the MLS, and the IDX is hanging out here, right? And it pulls information from the MLS, so when your clients go to your website, they can search for 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes in Scottsdale, right? So that's what an IDX is, and we have a plethora of information on our website about IDX. There are hundreds of IDX providers. FBS, who is the company that owns FlexMLS, is one of those. But again, there's hundreds of them, so you kind of have to call around, find out which one's going to work best for you, work best for your website. The exciting thing is the portal changed in December, and your clients can now actually search on their own through the portal if you've switched to the new portal. Most of you probably have not, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. But what you are saying is correct up until December. They can now do their own searching through the portal. They are not able to save their searches though. They're just able to search through there. Does that make sense? Okay?
Because the goal is you want them to contact you and say, hey, now I'd like you to set me up on this type of search, and then that can feed them to their portal. So.
Okay? Yes, ma'am.
If I just signed up for this like 3 days ago, am I in the new portal? Or do I have to?
That's a great question.
I wonder.
I don't think that you are actually, but I'm going to show you how to go to the new portal. And you should go into the new portal today because you're brand spanking new, so it's not going to affect any of the clients that you currently have.
And I don't know what you mean by the new portal.
Yeah, I'm going to explain it right now.
And
Yeah.
it affects Well, you'll probably go over this, but
Yeah.
it affects the portals that you'll currently
It
have
does,
set up.
and that's why in December we had a huge campaign that came out about it. So check your emails from us. If you are not getting emails from us, you should call us and let us know that, because you may have unsubscribed to them. You may have, anytime something in the system changes, I promise you we tell you. And I know you get tons and tons of emails. I do too. But our emails are kind of a big deal. They're kind of important when huge changes like this happen, because we want to make sure that you're informed and you do know what the new portal is and what's going on with it.
I have
So-
webinars.
Okay, perfect. So what happened was, basically, there was the old portal, now there's the new portal, and I'm gonna show you guys how to switch over to it. It's very easy. And we created 2 videos that we sent out to everybody. We created one for you to show you, well, what the heck has changed, right?
That's
And then-
the one I'm hovering on right
Okay.
now for subscribers.
Okay. So, and this is, I'm gonna show you how to get here. Learning, videos and webinars. And that will take you to this page.
Is that under the, sorry,
Yep, go
is
ahead.
that under the main,
ARMLS.com.
it's under that one?
Yep. Learning, videos and webinars. And then there's 2 videos here. One, Portal 2.0 for clients. So, once you switch over to the new portal, if you have clients already on a portal, it's gonna look a little different for them. So you can actually click on this video, open it up, and email the link straight to any clients that you have. And just a reminder, hey, guess what? We upgraded our portal, and this video will walk them through how they can now search in their portal, how it's gonna look a little bit different for them. And the biggest thing with the new portal is really how it looks. Hold on, let me play this for just a second, because I wanna show you.
Hello and welcome to your new portal.
Right? So that's what kind of the video is. But the biggest change for the new portal is everything is on one page for them. There's no jumping around before you to look at the photos, you were on this tab, to look at this, you're on this tab. It kind of looks like those competitors that we don't like to talk about, right? The Zillows and the Realtor.coms of the world. But this is so much more user-friendly than what they were seeing previously. You've got your properties, here's any searches that they've done. You've got an interactive map on this side. It's just a lot nicer looking for your clients. And again, you don't want to scare your clients that you already have. They log in, they're like, this looks so different, what's happening? And that's why we created this video. So anyone that you have on a portal, you can shoot them a quick email. Hey, there was an upgrade to our portal. The next time you log in, great way to, drum up communication, maybe from someone you haven't talked to in a couple of weeks, right? Just come here, copy and paste the link at the top, create a little email, right, and shoot it over to them. So that's the one for clients, and obviously you guys can, watch that as well. And then we actually created one for you all, Portal 2.0 for subscribers, right? So you can actually see nothing really changed for you. You're setting it all up the same way. It's really the front end that your client sees is what has changed. Okay?
So, and sorry if I'm jumping ahead,
Yeah.
but if they can search on their own, like I actually
Yeah.
just met with clients this morning, who were
Uh-huh.
like, we wanna understand how to use your site,
Yeah.
because they find Realtor.com a
Yeah.
lot easier. And I didn't know that they could search,
Mm-hmm.
but like they want some options for Casita and some for media rooms.
Uh-huh.
Can they toggle between like those special features?
So the thing is they can't save the search. So it's kind of just they're doing it in real time.
But I think they'd be okay with that, but
Yeah.
they could.
Oh
use
yeah,
a
they can like
specific-
add different filters. I don't know if Casita is an option.
It doesn't go into
Let's
the
see.
special features, I don't think. It's like it's
So,
rudimentary.
This is what your client would see in their portal, right? So I have 2 searches that my agent has done for me, right? And I have some properties saved. There's a couple that my agent has recommended and some that I've hidden. I don't like those, right? But if I want to go up in here, I can. Hold on, let me go back into. I was like in a search at the time. So I can come up here and I can start searching by a city. if I want to do that. I can see the searches my client has done for me. And where's my search option? Stand by. This is new to me too, just so you know. So there should be a search bar right here.
Usually it's right up there.
Yeah. Refresh. My account. There we go. I just had to go back to the main screen. So here's my filters. So if I'm a client, I've logged into my portal, I can click filter search. And you have some basic, you don't get everything. List price, year built, bedrooms, bathrooms. So you don't get those options for like casita, the real detailed things. So at least not yet.
What you'd want them to do with this basically is they'd search for a property, they'd do their own search, they'd find a few things they like, and then they can message you by clicking up here. And the goal really would be for them to send it to you like, hey, I like this property, I think I want to look in this neighborhood, but I want one with a casita, and then you just say, I'm going to add that search now to your portal.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can do it for them.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. So I have the MLS. I've had it for 5+ years. So I haven't set anybody up on a portal. So
Okay.
I'm not in any portal, right? I mean, I
Well,
don't need to switch portals.
You are in a portal, but we're gonna put you on the new one today because if you
Okay.
don't have anyone set up, nobody's the wiser, right? You don't have to tell anybody.
I have people set up on like saved, like I did a search for them. I saved search, and so they get emails.
That's their subscription.
Yes.
Mhm.
So they get that.
Yeah, that's their subscription.
Okay.
And that hasn't changed.
Yeah, that hasn't
Okay.
changed at all. So now let's go here, right? I'm just showing you what's changed, and now we're gonna show you how to do it. Everybody that has their computers logged in, they're okay, they're good to go? All
So
right.
we're going to the MLS, not
Yeah.
the ARMLS website.
Correct. So, yep.
I cannot do it on the phone, can I?
It's the app, it's gonna look different.
Okay.
So it's gonna look different than my screen. But yeah, you can look
But
at
is
it. You
it-
can do it in theory, yes, you can do it on the
Okay.
phone, but it's not gonna look like mine up here.
Sure.
Okay.
So if you wanna switch to the new portal, and inherently I believe you are, even if you signed up 3 days ago, I still think you're on the old portal. You'll go into your menu and scroll down till you find under preferences, you want to find your portal preferences. Portal preferences.
Okay, wait, hold on. Where was preferences?
It's under your menu, preferences, and portal preferences.
Okay, we just haven't found preferences.
Towards the bottom of your menu.
And in there, it's not going to look like mine. It's going to have like a little video, and it's going to say, hey, try the new portal. Click on it and try the new portal. Especially if you have nobody on it. If you're a little scared, you can always go back. You know what I mean? If you get on there and you hate it and you're like, I can't, eventually, we're probably going to make everyone switch to it, but we don't want to like force you into it, right?
I love that they can search on their own.
Yeah.
Someone took me to this page.
Yep, exactly. There's a video there, and underneath it says, switch to the new portal.
Okay, try the new Flex MLS portal.
You got it. And then it probably looks like this,
Okay, yeah, now.
right? Now you have all these preferences. Don't stress about these preferences right now. Don't worry about them. We're just going to focus on using the subscription in the portal. Come back and reference that online course, and this actually takes you through what every one of these mean. It's not kind of a life or death scenario right now. So we're on the new portal, so we're on the same page together. And I'm going to come back and hit my ARMLS logo just to kind of refresh me back out. Everybody good there? So remember how we said the search, right, drives the subscriptions and portals. We don't want to send our $400,000 client $1 million properties. So that's what I'm going to do real fast. I'm just going to create a search, okay? And I'm going to use my quick search, and I have it, excuse me, I have it pinned here to my menu. Quick search. And just to keep it simple, I'm going to do my list price, minimum 10 million. Just knocks my search criteria down fast. No rhyme or reason, right? I'd love to have all of these clients. Right? 34 is a pretty reasonable number, right, to send over to your client. So all I did, and again, your all searches are going to be way more intense, right? They have a price, they need bedrooms, they need bathrooms, they need pools, they don't need pools, they want HOAs, they don't want HOAs. Everybody okay with this? Pretty simple. So, I need to save this, right? I gotta save it. So I'm gonna come up here to the top and click save. And I'm gonna save my search. Just tell me if I go too fast. So now we need to name our search. And all of you will, if you don't yet, if you're brand new, those of you that have been around for a while, you probably have a way that you name your searches, right? So you remember that they match with this person and what have you. Everybody does it a little different. There's no right or wrong.
Actually, be careful though what you name it, because it'll show up in the portal.
It will. So don't call it like what, like Joe Cheapskate?
High maintenance client, we've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
High maintenance, rich people, whatever, like, don't, because they're gonna, in their portal, the searches you set up for them are gonna be listed in the top left-hand corner. And they're gonna see what you call their
Yeah.
search.
Good tip. Good tip from that girl, right? All right, so I'm going to pretend that Michelle's my client.
I'm gonna get $10 million.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna call this Michelle Houses. We'll call it Michelle Houses 10 mil plus. I'm real excited about her, right? I want to sell her a house. Search description, that's more just for you if you want to put some stuff in there. I never use that. So we have our search, and we know our contact, but have we created our contact yet? I didn't.
I just walked in the door and
Yeah,
said,
right?
$1 million property.
So I need to connect my search with my contact. So it's not an existing contact, because here's all my existing contacts, and Michelle isn't in there. Okay, so I'm going to make a new contact for Michelle. Pretty easy. Michelle S. And I'm going to use your real email. And then I popped your email in there, right? I'll turn the subscription off. Okay. So far so good? By doing that, we're connecting the two. That's what we're doing. And notice underneath here, create a portal account for this prospect. Do I have to? No, I absolutely don't. I can do a subscription, standalone. I can do a portal, standalone, or I can do both. Okay? Which one's better?
Well,
Subscription first.
I think both.
It depends on the client.
Right. That's what I think, right? So for some of your clients, what if you have a client that's like not super tech savvy, right? It's just like the struggle to get them in their email, right? Probably not a portal. Probably not a portal for that client, right? What if you have like a young couple that you're working with, right? Supercomputer tech savvy. Maybe you do both, right? Maybe you just do a portal. Maybe you have someone that's like, if you send me any emails, I'm never gonna work with you, right? Probably not a subscription for them, right? Because they don't want to get any emails. Yes.
But if you just do a subscription, then you're in a situation where they have to remember what email a certain house was in, right?
They do, right? They do. So, and for some people, I'm kind of email crazy. Like, you should see all my Outlook, but like everybody has their own thing, and some people are like that, but for some people that's going to be obnoxious, right? Having to dig through emails from like 3 weeks ago to look for a house to realize, it's pending, right? It's not on the market anymore. So you have to think about that with your clients, and that's also probably a conversation that you want to have. Don't just set your clients up with something. Tell them what you're doing, right? Have that conversation with them before you go sending them stuff, right? So I'm not going to turn the portal on here. I'm going to wait, because my client right now, they're a new client. They just want to get some emails, right? They said no portal right now. Okay. So I'm not, but if I wanted to, I could click yes and do it right here. And that's really all turning on a portal is clicking yes. So now I'm going to save and add my subscription.
the part where I got confused, cause I felt like it asked the same questions again, the name and all that, like the name
Well,
of
it's
the.
not really asking them again. So what we're looking at here, these are gonna be your subscription settings. So the subscription name is just what you named the search, right? Remember I called it Michelle House's 10 million plus. That's the name of the subscription. Then it's asking you, who's gonna get notified of these subscriptions? So you have a few different options. So, do you wanna be notified? So do you wanna get an email saying, hey, here's these new properties? Maybe some of you do, right? You clearly want your contact to get them, right? You want your clients to get the emails. Would you like to be notified when they click the link in the email? That's a pretty good one, right? Because you know that they're looking at them. And then this last option, it's called preview mode. It's inherently off, and you're not gonna use preview mode for everyone. Preview mode is more for those like really tough clients that if you send them, they have like something very specific, right, that they want in their house. And basically what preview mode enabled does is it sends you everything first and allows you to like vet the properties. So you get to see them all first, and then if there's 3 properties, next to each of them there's a button that says send. Okay, or approved is actually what it says. So then at that point, they'll get that email. Yes.
Yeah, I've used that where there's so much opinion involved,
Yeah.
right? Like something is Santa Fe.
Yes,
you
something
know,
about the
like
backyard, right?
Mountain
Something
View,
like that.
Right? Yeah.
Great example,
Mhm.
great example. Okay? So I just want my contact to get it. That's all. So I'm gonna turn everything off. Here's Michelle, right? Because we connected her. What if we wanted to add Michelle's husband or Michelle's roommate? Or, you know, who knows what the situation is. I can add another contact right here, right? A spouse, a roommate, a friend, a parent, right? Someone else that might be part of the buying decision. And then you get to decide the frequency with which you are sending them emails. So there's a weekly option. You can choose every day. If you choose every day, they get, subscriptions go out roughly twice a day. Think like 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Okay? But nothing's gonna come to them if nothing new is on the market. And think about my search. How often does a $10 million plus property come on the market? Once every couple weeks, maybe, right? So they're only gonna get emails when new things come out or there are price changes and things. You can choose a monthly option. Maybe you've met a client that's moving here from Wisconsin in April, right? You just wanna see what's going on, right? Send them some properties and you choose the day. Then you have an ASAP option. There's about a 10 to 15 minute lag time from the time he enters his new listing till the email goes to my client, right? If it matches, right? If it matches their criteria. This is huge for clients in specific price ranges. Really, hey, I'm ready to buy, I need a house clients, right? Especially if they're in that hot price range. Anything under $350,000 comes and goes, right? Even if it's less than that, it's gone, right? You're hard pressed to find a property on the market for less than $250,000. So ASAP is a good option for
Be
those
very
types
careful
of
with it. I speak from experience because I was in the market for a house recently, and I had a very specific situation with this subscription where I had a realtor, because we're not allowed to be realtors. So I actually had a realtor, and I had a very hyper-specific search that I needed. I had to be near my son's school, and I had to be in by a certain date, and blah, 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 blah. And here I am in the business, I can find properties like that, and she put me on a weekly, so I was not getting them as soon as they came over. I was finding them before her. I was getting annoyed because I was like, how come you didn't send this to me? And then I realized I was not on an ASAP subscription. So there are some people like me who needed that ASAP subscription. I was a hyper specific. I wanted like a 4-block radius, literally 4-block radius so my son could walk to school because I work so much. So really think about the client's needs, but of course you're not gonna put someone on an ASAP who's got some broad search like all of 85255 and the 500 to 600, you know, they would be bombarded with emails all day long.
That's a new button, cause that wasn't there before.
ASAP's been there for at least a year and a half. Yeah, it's been there for a while. Yeah, because it wasn't, when I first started with ARMLS, it didn't exist, but it's been there for at least a year and a half. Yeah, I would say, if not longer.
If I was on the old portal, then would it show up for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's still there.
But
'Cause
now,
this is subscription. We're not talking about portal. This is your subscription settings.
okay.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not good with technology, and I guess I'm getting a little bit confused.
Sure.
So my line coach is saying that one thing that's going to hold me back is I can't pull this out as some agents can do, and here comes my weakness, and be able to pull up, if I have a client sitting in front of me of properties that need to be found like this. And you're saying about this, the MLS, this portion of the MLS, but this isn't accessible through this, correct?
There's an app that you can download. It's the Flex MLS app. So it is accessible through your phone. What the app can do versus what you can do on the computer is gonna vary. And that's like any app, and I always use banking apps for an example, although banking apps have gotten a lot more sophisticated. There used to only be certain things I could do on my Chase app. I could never, 3 years ago, I couldn't deposit a check through my app. I can do that now. So what you can do on the app and what you can do in here is gonna vary. And you cannot create a subscription through the app. You can pull up, so if you have a client, Betty Lou, right, and you're out like with her and you have a search saved for her on the app, you can pull it right up and see all the properties that are in her search.
Okay.
Absolutely, yep.
Thank
But you can't see saved though, right?
You can see the saved searches. You
You
can't
said
see
searches,
what
but
they've
not-
saved.
I'm sorry, selected. Under client search, you can't look at the ones you selected.
No, you are correct.
That's kinda
Yes, the
great.
ones that yes.
Right.
And the Flex MLS app is not my favorite of real estate apps.
Right.
I'll be the first to say that. I'm a huge fan of HomeSnap, if anybody's ever used that one. HomeSnap, like Snap. I'm a huge fan of that one, but again, it is connected to the MLS, but like your searches are not saved through there. So
Right.
it's just a great app because literally you could be standing in front of a house, pull out, take a picture, bam, here's all the information about the property.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I do it all the time. Like I travel a lot, and when I'm like in other cities, I'll pull it out like, how much is real estate in this town, right? And take it out and do it. It's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna jump back here. So we've got our schedule. And let's look at the actual email. So this is the email that your client's going to get every time a subscription comes to them. So is it a good idea for my email to say, Happy New Year?
No.
No, not every time, maybe initially.
Right, but this is the one they get every single time they get a subscription. So if they're still receiving subscriptions in March, Happy New Year. So this email needs to be really broad, right?
And short.
Yeah, and short. These are a few properties that just came on the market. Check them out. Let me know which ones you'd like to view over the weekend. Thanks, Chelsea Oakland. Simple, sweet, something that is gonna match every single time. It's not some in-depth like relationship building email, if that makes sense. Okay.
And at the risk of sounding extremely stupid and naive, we're creating this. This isn't some stock.
Yes. Yeah, you're creating this. Now, you can create templates for yourself in here. So if I really like this email and I want to use it over and over again, I can come up here and click Save as New, right here. And if I click Save as New, it wants me to name it. And I'm just going to call it Chelsea. And click OK. And every time I come in here, I can scroll down and select that, right? I know I have so many templates. They all have the same name from trading classes, okay? So once we're good on that, I'm gonna click Save. Are we good before I leave this screen?
Okay.
Okay. Click save. And now my search was saved. So my $10 million search, I've saved that. My subscription is saved. Did I send them those 34 properties?
No.
No, I didn't. Are they ever going to see these 34 properties if I didn't make them a portal?
No.
Not if I don't email them to them, right? So that's what this is reminding you. So here's a kind of a drawback of the subscription, right? If you just create a subscription for them, then you have to send them these 34 properties manually by coming up here and clicking email or email these listings now, right? And then they get the new properties. So we've created an additional email for them, right? Does that make sense? Okay. But if we would have created a portal, all 34 of those guys would have been in their portal. So keep that in mind too. Okay? Questions about the subscription?
You may have mentioned this in
No,
the first
go ahead.
few minutes since I came in late,
No.
the difference between a portal and the subscription. Is a portal just a link to
The portal
the
is
properties?
The portal is a link to a website. In the way that I describe the portal, if you have your doctor's office, right? You have a portal in your doctor's office, right? Where you can log in and see your results and create appointments and stuff like that. Same concept, they're just looking at properties. Where the subscription is an email that's gonna come to them on a periodic basis that we just set up the timing for with new properties and price changed properties.
So on the portal, when they'll receive the initial email of the link to the portal, correct? Then do they receive any additional emails of when it updates?
They do not. The portal sends one email and one email only. And that is, hi,
Welcome.
Chelsea, your friendly neighborhood realtor has created a portal for you. Please click here to create a username and password. That is the only email that they're going to get from the portal.
And that's one of the many reasons you want someone asked before what's better or worse. That's one of the many reasons why there is no better or worse. It's about the relationship that you have with your client and also their needs, because not everyone is going to be responsible to go in. You know, some people they have too much going on. They're not going to remember every day to go log in. They might need that. Then you have to kind of know your client or ask them, like, you know, you're going to remember to keep logging into this, you know?
But if you know that they're gonna be searching Zillow and Realtor.com, you wanna set them up on a portal so they can go in, and that's a link for them to search, and they get houses in the MLS, right?
If that's, see, I'm not a licensed realtor, so I can't give you real estate advice surrounding that, but that makes sense. Right.
Yeah, so that's what the portal does, is it gives them a link to search.
Yep.
Okay, which I never even knew I had this available to me.
Yeah.
All these
That's because
years.
it's new. That's because it's
Yeah,
the old portal did not allow them to search.
Okay.
So it's not your fault.
Yeah. Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a question. When I set up a search,
Uh-huh.
I receive, and I don't want to be notified when they receive emails, just when they open the email. The
Correct.
first one.
Yeah.
But I receive, many times I receive copy column, your client won't receive this is just for your awareness and so on and so on. How to get rid of this? What causes, not with all searches, with some of the searches?
So are you talking about the subscription like we just set up?
Yes, the subscription.
Yeah, so let me show you. That was in those settings that we went over. Let me get back to that screen and I will show you. Do I have a subscription set up for these people? Let's see. Okay, we'll create one. So, right here at the top, you send me an email when my client clicks the link. So these two, you want to have those unchecked. If you do not, if you want to get when they click on the link, check that one. But if you don't want to be copied when a new property comes to them, uncheck this one.
Okay, can you scroll up a little
Sure.
bit? There is another.
I'm up as high as it goes. Or down,
Yeah.
did you mean down?
There was, okay, then I was talking about the old version.
Okay.
When did this change? Did this change?
This has not changed. This is exactly the same as it's always been.
Okay.
The portal changed.
Yeah.
This isn't the portal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, So questions on subscriptions before I go to portals?
Why did you say I wouldn't receive an email? Did you put it on ASAP?
I put it on ASAP, but subscriptions only send new things.
Even if it's the first time you set them up?
Yeah.
You have to,
So you would have to send them those 34 properties.
Initially, and then after that, then they'll get
There you
all
go.
new.
Yes, correct. Got it. Okay. Any more questions? Now the portal's a breeze. Setting up the portal is super easy. I swear, it's so easy. So you're gonna go into menu and your contact management. Mine's like halfway down here in the middle. My contact management. And I have to find Michelle. So I've decided I'm gonna put Michelle on a portal, and you see Michelle's portal is off. We have not created one for her, right? And here she is. I'm gonna click on her. And this is all of her basic info, right? The only piece of information you really need about your client in here is their email, right? I wouldn't put their phone number in here, right? I put their phone number in that, right? The phone. I'm not gonna log in here to find someone's phone number, right? You carry the phone numbers now. So I can come over here to searches and subscriptions, and I just wanna show you, under this tab, here's my search for my client, and here's my subscription. If you ever wanna go and make changes to the subscription, you just come here, click on this, and all of those options open up, and then you save it. If you want to turn off the subscription, that red X, knock it off. Okay?
Will it delete it, or just?
It will delete, yeah, your subscription will go away, your clients will no longer get emails. Now the portal tab here, okay, so Michelle's portal is off, right? And what I want to do, I want to scroll down, look at that, invite to portal. That's all I'm going to do. I just have to invite to portal. Oh, look, you must first set the contacts client portal on. My bad. So I got to go up and I got to turn it on. Okay, because it was off. And now I'm going to invite Michelle to portal. Now, something that you might notice on yours, it might say create a portal. And the reason that Michelle says invite, and it varies, is because one email address, one portal, okay? So Michelle works with us, so Michelle is always in here creating portals and playing around. So her email address has been used in tons and tons of times, right? And I use banking again as an example. Like I bank with Chase Bank. My bank account is linked to my personal email account. Well, you can't have the same personal email account as me with Chase, right? Same concept. And that's actually, that really has nothing to do with this system. That's pretty much a common thing among different apps, different places that you log into, right? You can't have the same email address. Like if you set up a new Gmail account, right, and you try and make it real simple, they're like, no, this is already taken. No, this is already taken. Kind of the same thing. So I'm going to invite Michelle to the portal, and look here, there's another email, right? And this is a customized email. It's already in, it's a default. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. And you can change this, right? You can change it to whatever you want individually, or in your portal preferences, you can create your own draft that will go out to everybody, and then every time this pulls up, it'll be what you wrote. So you can personalize it a little bit. I think it's nice to add a little breadth to it, right? Tell them, right? We have trouble understanding what a portal is, so guess what? Your clients are gonna have trouble understanding what a portal is too. So maybe giving them a little ditty about, hey, what's this portal for? You can search in it. You can't save your searches, but if you find something you like, maybe jot down that MLS number and shoot me a message, and I can add that to your search, right? I can add that property.
No way to favorite them at all.
What do you mean? They can do the search, but they can't save it and put it in their bucket.
They can't save the search, but they can favorite properties and stuff?
Not in what they've done their own search of. And so they can't, so there is a way to do it, and it's purchasing an IDX through FlexMLS, which is very expensive, and most people don't. I would say out of like 40,000 subscribers, so 40,000 agents in the Valley, I would say that I think there's like 350 people who do that. Yeah, it's not. Do you use Flex's IDX or do you use a different one?
No, I use Flexes, and
Do you?
people love it, right? Because they can go and they can find a cul-de-sac, and they can do the horse property, and they can do whatever they want to do.
How long have you been using it?
About 3 years.
Okay, so you're vested in it, and the people. So you are one of like the 350 because there's not a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of IDX providers, and it's a little on the pricier
I
side
wish the
compared to the
interface
other
was better.
ones.
I mean,
Yeah.
the consumer interface is not nearly as
I
good.
want to say it's like $250. Yeah, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, something like $350 a year. or something
$350
like
a
that.
year? Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep the email as is, right? And look here, remember my templates? Bam, look, there they are, right? So there's that Chelsea one again that I wrote. Obviously, I don't want to use that for my portals, and now I've lost my portal one. But I have all these templates set up. Some of them are gibberish, but they're always housed here, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and click send. And now what happens, Michelle is gonna get this email that's like, hi, Chelsea, your realtor, right, has set you up on this, and it'll have my whole message, and it'll say, click here, and what she'll do is she'll click there, and it wants her to create a username and password, like we do with everything, right? First name, last name, email address, password, password. We've all done that, right? That's the process for creating it. And then they do receive one additional email letting them know that it is created. Click the link, and their link, oh, did you send the email? Oh, perfect. Let me open my email here. We'll show you what that email looks like.
And this is, I'm assuming this is, so they're gonna get the same exact thing that we get minus like, I'm sure there's not gonna be like monsoon CMAs.
Yeah, they're not gonna,
Gonna be off the private.
You can
private
allow
remarks.
them to see, yep, they're not gonna see private remarks, they're not gonna see anything that they shouldn't
What
see. You can allow them to see the tax record though.
Okay.
Yeah, cause
But
some people
everything
wanna
else
see
will
it.
be, all the other details and everything else is still gonna be the exact same
Yes,
as what we get.
you got it. So here is what the email looks like. Let me make it big.
That has my name, that's actually me inviting Chelsea,
Yeah.
so we teach, like,
Yeah.
so this was when I invited Chelsea to the board.
Yeah, so Michelle S. has invited you to sign up, right? Here's that little thing, and then you click, sign up. Oh, it might be dead. There we go.
Probably like, 'cause
And this is gonna take me into where you can, so it would take them directly here, right? She's already signed up, so name, password, first name, and you can add this additional, but notice it's not required, it doesn't have the little asterisk by it. So they'll log in, and this is what they'll see, right? So they'll have their portal there, so if this is my search, right, I can click on the search. The news feed is showing me new stuff at the top, right? New things that have happened. I have some sold stuff in here. And this is what's driven by those preferences. So in those portal preferences, you can allow sold, you can allow pending in your portal. I don't know, some people have different feelings on whether or not they want clients that are looking for active properties to buy, whether or not they want them to see this or not. So again, that's kind of an opinion thing. Here's stuff I've saved, right, in my portal. Okay, and I can click on the property, I can scroll through the pictures this way, right, I can get additional details, right, all of the nitty gritty, I can see it on the map, I don't wanna look at that one anymore, and so on and so forth. So this is kind of what your client is gonna be able to see. Question?
Okay, I do have a question.
Yes.
If they never sign up for the password with their email, you don't get the password. I think I'm getting like this is for agent only, but I never see them opening it. Is that what happened? They never sign
If
up?
they never open the portal email, if they never sign up for the portal, that should not affect you getting any type of emails. You can send a portal invite to every one of your clients, If they don't do it, it's fine. It's not a big deal. So what you're seeing, agent only, that's those subscription settings. So you are being copied on every subscription when it says agent only. So you need to go back in and uncheck that box to stop getting those.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And you can do that for every one of your subscriptions under here, searches and subscriptions. Just click on this, open it up, and then uncheck this box right here, and then you won't get those anymore. Just make sure, uncheck it, and click save at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, scroll down and click
Right.
save, because some people will uncheck it and not save it, and then they're like, why is it not working? Yeah. Other
There's not a
questions?
way to do that across the board though, you have to go into every.
You gotta go into every one of them, yeah,
Right.
unfortunately.
For subscription.
Mm-hmm. Other questions? Yes, ma'am.
How to find out, my subscription box is full with all the subscriptions from past clients, which no one uses.
Yeah.
How to clean, is there a more efficient way to clean the?
You kind of have to
Any
do
way
it.
to see when the subscription hasn't been used in the past 2 years?
Yeah, so there is, let me think about something for a second. Where's that opt-in status? I don't think this doesn't allow you. So this will show you who's not using it. So if you go to your menu, under contact management, this opt-in status, if you click on that, that brings you to here. And there's a few buckets here. So opted out, this is gonna show you any clients who have clicked unsubscribe, right? They've opted out of it. Inactive will show you any clients who have not clicked on the email link for 13 months. So a year, right? So you could come here and look at this and be like, oh, I can get rid of this client. I can close it, you know what I mean? I can close that one down. So it kind of lumps them in. Undeliverable, bad email address.
From inactive, how can I delete from either inactive or undeliverable?
So if you were here, you could actually click on the contact's name and view in contact management, and then so you still have to do them individually. Go into searches and subscriptions and click the X, that red X that's right here that's not on this one. It would be,
Any faster way?
gotta do it individually, I know. For those that have been like in real estate forever and they have this laundry list of people, right? They're like, gosh, I have to go and take, you know what I mean? Take a day, sit down, have a glass of wine, delete your old stuff. I literally actually did it last week. I deleted a bunch of old searches and a bunch of old like fake contacts. Make an evening of it, right? And get in there and kind of clean it up. That would be my suggestion.
Any way for email verification? I know there are some like Conversion or Boomtown or a couple of other software platforms. They offer email verification. As soon as the system senses that you either made a mistake and or
No.
they gave you a long
Yeah, nothing in FlexMLS. They're not as sophisticated as some of those other, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, nothing in this system. That's a good question though.
So if they opt out, like I'm copied on the emails that are the subscription. So if they opt out, do I still have to go delete it, or do they?
If they
I
opt
still
out,
get them, but do
yeah,
they
you'll
get them?
still get them. If
Okay.
they opt out, they won't get them anymore. But if you are copied on it, you will still get them. And then you just want to go in and obviously opt yourself out.
Okay.
Yep. Other questions? That's all I've got for you guys. Was this helpful? Did we learn something?
Yeah, thank you.
That's what's the
Yeah.
most important for me is that you did learn something. You guys asked good questions. Yeah, Heather?
Go ahead. Okay, if we have a question, many times, I ask this question how to clean the system, and the new reps the new show client, the new people from the girl client. I said, okay, give me, not everybody's familiar, give me some time, I'll call you back and so on, so on, so on. Is there any way we can contact you directly, because we know you're the expert in the portal and set up searches and so on?
I mean, if you want to shoot me an email, you can.
Okay.
My email is Chelsea O.
You don't have a card, you don't have a flyer, and
I don't.
I have my cards if you want, and then
Yes.
I could just forward the email to Chelsea.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yes.
And I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm in and out and all around.
Yes.
I'd like
Um,
one too, Michelle, please.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't have any cards because I did not bring my briefcase, unfortunately. But yeah,
I'm
grab
more,
one
I'm
first.
more all over the place than you are, so
Yeah.
I'm like a bag of bombs. I've got all sorts of stuff. in
Yeah,
my
and you
bag.
can always, if you call the support line, you can ask to talk to me. They can transfer you. Again, I can't guarantee that I'm sitting at my desk. But you,
Okay.
I mean, Chelsea, I'm the only Chelsea. So yeah, you can absolutely ask to speak with me. I'm okay
Also,
with
I
that.
was a website Square agent, or
Agent Squared?
Agent Square. How do the portal, interact with the website
So-
they are building?
So Agent Squared is a customized website that we
Yes.
provide you, and it has an IDX in it.
Yes,
So it has its own IDX, so it prevents you from paying like additional fees for an IDX, and it is connected with the MLS. So if you decide to use Agent Squared, you'll have a website, right?
Yes.
And you can do the free version, and of course there's always an upgrade with it. The upgrade allows you to choose your own domain name and do a lot of different things, and I think their cost is like $100. Yeah.
$100 a month, which is,
It's a pretty good value for what you get. If anybody has their own website, they pay for hosting, they pay for this, they pay for that. And it's directly connected to the MLS already, so you don't have to fuss with any of that.
no, the question was Agent Square, website and the portal,
Not connected at all.
not connected.
Yeah, not
And
connected at all.
searches, not connected at all.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they can search through your website, which is searching through the MLS, but it's not gonna connect the two. Yeah, that's a good question.
And you had mentioned something about HomeSnap. What, that you think it's a better search? What-
I just think it's a better app. It's an app, so it's only an app. I mean, you can go to their website. They have a website, but it's an app on your phone. Just download it. It's super easy to use. You'll really like it. Like
That's good to give for clients if they're looking for homes.
you can give it to clients, so you can actually, if you download the app yourself and you like through your settings, if you send them a text message with it and then they download it, any house that they look at on HomeSnap has you on it. Like it doesn't show the listing agent, so you're like connecting. It's got like a little social media aspect to it, so it's fun. I like it.
Okay.
You got it, yep. And it takes you through like the process. You have to select I'm an agent, I'm with ARMLS, and then you log in with your credentials for FlexMLS. Yeah.
And it's accurate just like MLS.
Yes, you got it. Yeah. So those letters and the number. So it's usually like the first and last letter, the first letter of your first and last name, and then your number, and then whatever your password is.
You know, but I mean, if they're getting it, it's all accurate like.
Yes,
not like Zillow.
Yeah, it's not like
There's
Zillow. It's directly connected to the MLS. Yeah, so the properties, if they say they're active, then they're active. Yeah, they're not going to be
Yeah,
pending or
that's
off
my
market.
question.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this should I just send a portal to this guy? Cause this is what I got back. Is that normal or what happened? Cause on here, I don't know if like when I did it, this was not, when I clicked here, that was like that.
Is that his email?
Yeah.
Then it should have went. And then this is you?
Did
Yeah.
you get the
Just
same
so
portal
it's,
login?
Yeah. It would have went to him, and then you copied yourself on it.
Did I tell you on here? I thought it should. CC should still say. Whatever else.
Probably not because
You
it's
just sent it
coming
right
from Flex.
I just sent one myself, it took like 3 or 4 minutes, and it
Yeah.
came through.
There.
It got 2 of them right, boom, boom, right back to back.
Thanks,
so that
guys.
it went.
Thank you.
Good
Give
day.
it a minute to see.
That's
It
good
took like 3
questions.
minutes, and then I sent another one thinking it didn't go through, and then they both came through at the
Yeah,
same
it
time.
takes a couple of minutes.
Well, I
It's-
got this right away, but I set him up on a portal.
Right?
And then I guess I CC'd myself, I didn't realize that.
Oh, thank
You
you.
did CC yourself.
Did you set up on a portal? Is that what you did?
Yeah, I just did a test one. I just on an old one.
Oh,
Said it's- yeah,
to yourself.
just see if it'll set it back to me just to.
Okay, thank you so much, Lisa.
You're welcome. Have a good
I
one.
thought I had more, I think I got rid of them all at Peoria the other day.
Michelle, I know you through Kyle.
Oh, yes.
It's been a long time
Oh,
though.
you know what, I did put it together, but
Okay,
yes,
so
what's your name
he
again?
opted out.
Melanie,
Okay,
but I'm
Yeah,
so
you're a
you
little
actually, did you
eagle.
come to
Yeah,
one
so
of my
you wanna go
parties?
over
I
to
did.